Hello friends. Now in this session we are going to discuss about the practical procedure and the calculation of heat transfer coefficient in forced convection. Now the convection is a process of heat transfer where the heat is transferred from one point to another point or from one body to another body in the liquid or gases. So that transfer of heat is due to the actual migration of particles from one point to another or from one body to another. So in this convection, the actual migration of particle is there. Now there are two types of convection. One is natural convection and second is forced convection. So in the natural convection, we have already shown that the convection, that is heat transfer, is occur on the basis of density difference, that is in the natural way. And in the forced convection, if the heat transfer is occur from one body to another body or from one point to another point with the help of external agency, that is the mechanical means like fan, blower, pumps, etc. Now in this practical, we are going to use the blower as an external agency, and that is why this practical heat transfer is called as forced convection. So this is the blower which is attached with the help of this wall assembly to the heat exchanger, where the double pipe heat exchanger is used with concentric pipes. So in one of the tube, that is from the center, air is going to flow, and from the outer side, normal air is there. So inside the tube, that is hot air is going to pass with the help of this blower and heater assembly. So in this case, there is arrangement of blower and heater, and the other things are the natural things. So the main purpose or objective of this heat transfer in forced convection is to calculate the heat transfer coefficient with the help of formula, that is Q equal to UA delta TLM. So to calculate the Q equal to H delta T or UA delta T, so to calculate the heat transfer coefficient, we should know the rate of heat transfer, we should know the area of heat transfer and log mean temperature difference. And for these parameters, we must know the voltage, current, temperature differences. So for that purpose, we must know the temperatures on the surfaces inside this heat exchanger, as well as for the inlet and outlet temperatures of this assembly. And for calculating the mass flow rate of air, we must know the volumetric flow rate of air. So for calculation of the volumetric flow rate, we have to calculate the flow rate of air. So for calculation purpose, we have attached here a orifice and the U-tube manometer. So with the help of this orifice and U-tube manometer reading, we can calculate the volumetric flow rate by having the dimensions of this double pipe heat exchanger, right? Now this is the panel of this heat transfer in forced convection apparatus. Now in this panel, here it is a digital temperature indicator where 6 temperatures can be shown with the help of 6 RTDs. Then here digital voltmeter display is there, which shows the voltage of the supply, and this is the digital ampere meter, which shows the current in the amperes, and this is the main supply indicator. This is the fuse for this panel. This is the dimmer stat, or it is also called as variac, to increase or decrease the voltage, and simultaneously due to increase or decrease in voltage, current can be changed. These two knobs are the main supply knob, that is for starting the heater, because we have to use the hot air for this force convection, and this second knob is for the blower. So to start the blower, this knob can be used. Now what exactly the procedure is? The procedure is very simple. We have to start the heater first to increase the temperature of the air. So here it is a blower. So from this assembly or from this blower, the air can be sucked from the environment, that is from the ambient air. So in this room, whatever the air temperature is there, that air is going to suck by this blower, and this inlet air is assembly is attached to this wall, and we can increase or decrease the percentage of opening or closing of this wall. So depending on the requirement, we can increase the flow rate of air, and this, after opening this wall, this air inlet can be attached to this heat exchanger. Now in this heat exchanger, the insulation is provided. That is why we can't understand what exactly in that heat exchanger is. So it is a simple double pipe heat exchanger. One tube is there, that is called as inner tube, and outside there is a second tube. So inside the tube, hot air is going to pass, and outside the inner tube, that is in the annulus area, the normal air is there. So we can check the temperature difference between these things, that is called as delta TLM, on the basis of approach. And for calculation of mass flow rate, we can check this U-tube manometer. Now before starting this apparatus, you can observe the U-tube manometer level, that is same level, and after starting the blower, the pressure difference is created, and due to this pressure difference, this U-tube manometer water level is going to change. So this level, that is pressure difference, can be calculated with the help of this orifice and by measuring the delta H. So after using this delta H value, we can calculate the volumetric flow rate, right? So this blower is attached to the heater, and when we start this heater, hot air is going to pass with the help of this blower into this shell and tube heat exchanger. Now these are the RTDs in this double pipe heat exchanger. So 6 wires are there. It means 6 temperatures can be measured with the help of these RTDs, and these 6 temperatures are nothing but the 2 temperatures are inlet temperature of this air, outlet temperature of this air, and 4 temperatures is measured with the help of this RTD attachment on the surfaces of these tubes, right? So let us start the actual demonstration. Now I am going to start the heater, but before starting the heater, you should observe whether this dimmer stat is at 0 level. Now it is at 0 level. Now we can start the heater, and simultaneously we have to start the blower. Now we can operate this valve as per our requirement, and now we can observe the U-tube difference in this water level, that is height difference. It is nothing but the pressure difference indirectly, and with the help of this pressure difference we can calculate the volumetric flow rate and the mass flow rate of air. Now in this panel, with the help of this dimmer stat, we can increase the temperature with the help of voltage. Now suppose we are going to supply 33 volt. Simultaneously this ampere is going to change, that is here about 0.34, and with the help of this temperature display you can understand the different readings on the heat exchanger as well as of the inlet and outlet temperatures of the air. So with the help of this knob or button, we can check the temperatures. Now it is the first temperature 26.5. So if you press the knob, it is near about 26.2 or 1. Then if you press the third knob, then it is going to show a different temperature. Likewise, we can check the 6 temperatures of the force convection apparatus, right? Now, this apparatus will take at least 30 minutes for the steady state. That is why we have to wait for achieving the steady state temperature, and then only we can note down the readings of the temperatures, voltage, current, YouTube difference, etc. Right? Nowadays, we can also measure the airflow rate with the help of digital anemometer. That is depending on the facilities available in your lab. So we can also use the anemometer, that is digital anemometer, for checking the airflow rate, right? Now after 30 minutes to 1 hour, we will check the actual reading. Okay, thank you.